Well, I was about done for the day, and my hinge kit showed up. I'm going to take a shot at removing this old pin, old bushings, and replace it with this kit. Comes with springs too, but I don't know if this vise is going to hold this up or not. I don't know. I don't think that's going to work. Let me try this. Maybe just set it right there. Now the pin can get driven out. And of course, you got a bigger hammer in case I need one. Doesn't seem to work either. Doesn't seem to be moving. Ow. I wonder what the trick to getting these out is. Without mushrooming this head. To me, does not want to move. Heat maybe? Maybe I gotta go watch another video. The videos I watch, everybody just gives it a tap with the hammer. Everything comes out fine. It does need to be changed. I can feel the play in it. See the play? Look at that. Actually, you see the lower bushings kind of. Oh, actually, hey, I broke the pin. Pin's broken completely. Yeah. You see that? Let me see if I can get that close up. That pin snapped. So it's not driving that way. I wonder if I get a vice grip on this and twist it. So the hammer don't work, the vise don't work. Let's try the 20-ton press. See if that works. Just move this a little closer so I don't bend it. Take some of the weight off. Put it right there. Tighten that up. Coming down. It starts to rock it for some reason. It doesn't sit flat. Starting to like twist it. No. Try again. I think it's just going to roll it again. See how it rolls? Maybe if I center it more, twist it a little that way. That doesn't seem to work. Nope, nope. I got something else up my sleeve. Maybe sit this on a socket. Maybe it'll be something flat to come down on. I don't know. Okay. See what happens next. Am I crushing the hinge itself probably? Something's moving, but it's not the pin. Nothing. Probably squeezing the this metal here. Yeah, that's not right. I guess eventually that you can't squeeze anymore. It's got to give. Oh yeah, yeah. What do I do now? They make it look so easy on the videos. Guess. Well, I'm going to consider this an epic failure. I had to drill the head off of the thing I was twisting with the vice grip. That came off. Then I had to sawzall the pin out, or the pin. That leaves me with the solid pin in there. It's not pressing out, so I'm probably have to drill it out. Probably bent this when I was doing the press, so hopefully I can get it back together. If not, maybe I'll have to buy a new set of hinges. I'll keep you posted. So I went back after this hinge. You see I'm making a little progress, and what I had to do is I was hammering on this thing. I had it in the vise, and it was not moving. It was completely flush on the bottom side, and I just found what I thought was the center, and I put a center mark there, and I started drilling a hole. And I used a small bit, and it just kept increasing. I'm about, I want to say, maybe this far down, maybe an inch down on the hole. And then I flipped it over, and I put the torch to it, and I put this in the vise like this, right this way here, and it really holds it well. And then I was hammering it, and it moved maybe a 1/16 of an inch. And I hit it with the torch again, and it just seemed to go a little further. And here I am now, about to get it completely out, I hope. So there's what's left of the original pin. You can see it's, I drilled right through the side of the pin, so there's less holding on. And I hope I didn't damage the inside of the hole, but that's what those replacement bushings are for. So I'll show you more when I try to put it back together. So now that I got one hinge apart, before I put it back together, and see if I can put it back together, I'm going to wire wheel it and give it a good paint job, because that's what I'm going to do. I got that on the die grinder for the inside and detail stuff. I'm hit this with the wire wheel on the grinder here, which just does a fantastic job of getting things ready for paint. And then I'll try to rebuild that hinge with the new pin kit. So it came out pretty good as far as painted. They're going to look good, but the question is, when I put them together, do they still work properly? Are they still aligned? Because, you know, I did a lot of hammering, a lot of vicing. You know, did this get bent out of shape, this piece here? I doubt if I bent this, but you never know. And is the hinge kit going to fit in those holes? Are those holes the right size? Do I have to drill them out? But we'll figure that as soon as this coat dries. I'm going to flip it over, give it another coat. But I figure I got to paint it while I can. You know, no sense putting it together and it being a mess. So we'll get back to that. Well, there it is, one lower hinge rebuilt. I'm going to try to show you this with one hand, but there's still, I would say, a 32nd of clay in there, which is really odd to me since everything's brand new. I don't know what could possibly move in, but I feel it. But those bushings, I don't know if you can see them. They're shiny. They're brand new. They fit nice and tight. I got to assume the pin, which is brand new, is nice and tight. So must be maybe the pin moving in the housing there, I guess. I don't know. Well, I'm going to keep moving forward. I guess the next step is to do the same thing to the upper hinge, which is here in this box. And you know, it takes a lot to get these apart, but I'm going for it. And I'll put the door on. Joe, I got your message. I'm going to try to strip the door out, make it as light as possible when I hang it, make it a little easier on myself. We'll go from there, and I'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching.